Armada Kickoff is brought to you by Community First Credit Union, Winn-Dixie, Baptist Health, Bowden Eye and Associates, Brumos Automotive, and Coastal Spine and Pain Center.
Hello and welcome into Armada Kickoff and happy St. Patrick's Day. We're in the middle of a busy week for the boys in blue. Tuesday night they played at JU, and tomorrow at 10 it's a meeting with Rayo OKC at Patton Park. We'll have highlights from Tuesday night and a look ahead to the first ever meeting with the NASL expansion side.
A big announcement for the Armada. The team has named their new captain for the 2016 season. Find out who he is and why Tony Meola and his staff picked him to wear the captain's armband.
Plus, we'll have Bob Veal in Bob's Boot Room. Andy Kidd and David Hayes join us in the Analyst Roundtable to discuss what the preseason has proven. But let's start with the Armada facing Mauricio Ruiz's team on Tuesday night. After drawing 0-0 with UNF last month, the Armada faced their second college opponent of the preseason. But this time, the opposition wasn't sitting in. JU wanted to play with the Armada, and that's exactly what happened.
Beautiful evening on the JU campus. Good crowd as well at Southern Oak Stadium. And for the Dolphins and the Armada, second time they've met in as many preseasons. And early on, the Armada were on the attack. This was the story, particularly the first half. Matt Fondy was very active. Jamal Johnson's cross here goes all the way across and then is banged down. And look at the positioning of Fondy right in the right spot. And the header for his first goal as a member of the Armada. Take another look at it. Watch the spin on this header. It actually takes a right turn, goes into the side netting to give the Armada a 1-0 lead. Mauricio Ruiz knew his club had their work cut out for them. 14th minute now. Armada continue to really press forward. Look at Patrick Otter here, given all kinds of room, and he picks out Fondy again. He's onside, and Matt Fondy scores for the second time in the opening 14 minutes. Fondy with 2 goals for the Armada. Jacksonville up 2-0 on JU. Take another look at it. Nice little touch there to get it over the goalkeeper and give the Armada the 2-0 lead. Still on the attack once again. Here's the pace of Akil Barrett creating problems for JU. And Fondy, could he get the hat trick? Just misses wide. The Armada really in control in the first half. Look how close Fondy came to the first half-hour hat trick. With the 2 goals, though, Fondy becomes the first player in Armada preseason history to get 2 goals. Early stages of the second half, and a mistake here by JU, and Alex Dixon makes him pay for it. Dixon's first goal in an Armada kit, and in the opening minute of the second half, it's 3-0. Look at Dixon show the vertical leap, got up and put it away to make it 3-0, and that's the way things would end. JU with a couple of chances in the second half. A.G. Maburi couldn't get it past Sebastian Evers, and the Armada win it 3-0 at JU.
You know, week in and week out, we've done some different things. It's been a progression as far as our fitness goes and where we want to pressure the teams, and our formation is different half by half. So coaching staff wants us to work on different things and just keep plugging away at the fitness and getting results.
You know, from the jump, we said we wanted to come out and get a couple goals in, and so we came out, you know, looking to attack, get in behind them, and you know, it was a great team performance in both halves. We're happy to find the net. It's probably the most that we've scored in preseason, so it was good feeling to hit the back of the net a couple times.
I think we're just continuing to improve, building on the chemistry with the team. Still got some stuff to work on, I think, and you know, we got about 3 weeks left of preseason, so.
All right, you take a look at the numbers, and certainly 3-0 for the Armada, but they really controlled it. You would expect it. Pro team against the college team. JU also in their off-season, by the way. Remember, they don't play until the fall. 14 shots to 6, 7 on goal to 3. Most of the JU attack occurring in the second half. Fondy scoring twice, Dixon scoring once as the Armada beat the Dolphins of JU for the second time in as many preseasons.
Tuesday night was a good win for the Armada and the most goals we've seen from the squad in the preseason. The fair and fair man of the match, Matt Fondy, contributed heavily to the 3-0 win. After missing many chances so far in the preseason, the floodgates finally opened for Fondy, who was the USL Golden Boot winner last year with 22 goals. His 2 goals set a club preseason record, with the first coming in the 7th minute on a header. Fondy found the back of the net again in the 14th minute when he got behind the defense and finished with a chip over the JU goalkeeper to put the team on top going into halftime and eventually help them lead to another win. Now let's go to Cole and the guys at the round table.
players that you can switch around. And
we're going to be very strong.
We saw a lot of different players, a lot of different lineups.
All right, thank you, Ashley. Here on the Analyst Roundtable, presented by Subway, we've got David Hayes and Andy Kidd. Well, we showed the highlights from the JU match on Tuesday night. 2 goals for Matt Fondy. He's broken through now. What are your expectations for Fondy this year?
I mean, the way Coach Miola has it set up, he's going to be that blue-collar, hard worker up top. I don't see him scoring 20-plus goals like he did in the USL, but he's going to get in on the end of crosses like he did in the JU game. He's going to follow up on some rebounds. I could see him having 8 to 12 goals, which would be our leading scorer from last year.
David, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think, as a striker, you want to put the ball in the back of the net, whether you're doing it in practice, and that's how you gauge forwards. If they're scoring a lot in practice, you kind of give them a chance in the game. And sometimes a goal or 2 can, elevate and escalate his game to where he just consistently starts scoring.
And it is just still the preseason. Everybody talking about, hey, the chances are good. Got to get him in the back of the net. Let's talk about the starting 11s right now. David, in your mind, are there some spots that are still up for grabs as far as the starting 11 is concerned?
Absolutely. I mean, as far as, this time of the season, you have, Richie Ryan's a captain, so he's going to play. There's a couple positions that are, solid. But other than that, it's the best 11, and that's what I want to see over the next couple games is who that 11 is going to be and how they can win games.
Yeah, I think the back line seems pretty set. Obviously goalie seems pretty set, and Fondy looks like he's going to be filling one of the spots up top. But you got just a log jam in the midfield with all these players that have either been returning or coming in that Coach Miola has, which is a good problem to have. It means you have a lot of depth, and it's going to be very competitive. But you can just name them off with Pascal and Keita and Pekka coming in and Sandoval, and I mean you go down the list of Keels off the bench, Landu, and Dixon. There's just a lot of talent there. So I would say that is probably the most competitive spot on the roster right now.
Good problem to have, for sure. Andy, David, thanks a lot. More from you guys coming up here in just a bit. The former Ottawa Fury captain is now the leader of the Jacksonville Armada. Earlier this week, Richie Ryan was named team captain. Ashlea Bullington caught up with Ryan and his coach to see just what kind of leadership we expect to see.
You got to have a guy that people respect, a guy that people listen to, and in my opinion, a guy that's been through it.
A captain is the one who keeps the ship in line when things are going well, and the man who steps up to take care of a problem. For the Armada, that man is now Richie Ryan.
It's obviously a massive honour to be the leader of this group of players. It's going to be a big season for us, and I'm proud to be wearing the armband, but that's all it is for me. I'm just going to wear the armband. We've got a team full of leaders, and we'll all be making sure that we're responsible for each other during the season.
Sort of everything, we thought Richie was the best choice for us, and it wasn't easy. We just thought that Richie brought a little bit something special to the table to be a captain of this group.
There are different kinds of leaders on every team, and for Richie, he believes that creating a good example is the best way for him to captain the Armada.
Hopefully I can bring my experience on the field. I'm not really one for banging on walls and stuff in the change room. It's not really how I go about things. I'd rather think I can lead by example on the field and hopefully have everybody else follow me in my footsteps.
His way of leading by example is what helped Richie take the Ottawa Fury to the NASL Championship Final in 2015. But Richie's dedication to his ultimate goal is what Miola believes can help the Armada win in 2016.
The first thing he told me when we first spoke months back was he was one game short of reaching his goal, with Ottawa, and he wanted to achieve it here. So we've got a guy that's going in the direction we want to go.
Time now for Coach's Corner. This week, we asked Tony Miola about his thoughts on Tuesday night's match and the rest of preseason.
First, credit to Mauricio and the way he set his group up. They had some talented players, and he really showcased them, and I was happy for him because I know he wanted a good performance from guys, and from our guys, I thought just a very professional way of going about it.
Now you have one more match against a pro team before the regular season. That's Friday. How will you approach Rayo? Okay,
I think we'll approach it where we'll try and get guys about 70 minutes that start the game, and how we've got guys to look at. We got some guys that won't participate on Friday morning for one reason or another. So some guys will have an opportunity. Like you said, this will be the last chance we have against a top quality opponent to see some guys that are maybe trying to break into the 11 and maybe trying to break into the 18 and make that trip to New York in a couple of weeks.
There's still some spots in your mind open as far as those two, the 11 and the 18?
Yeah, there are a couple spots open on the field, and in all three lines. You know, we're still giving guys opportunities and having guys. The thing is, we don't have guys playing out of spots right now, playing out of positions. We have guys trying to play into positions right now, and it's really close in some spots. So we've got some tough choices to make. We talked to the guys about it a little bit this morning. That it's never easy, but you know, they can be confident that we'll always do what we think is best for the group.
When you took this job and started laying out your path of here's what I want the preseason to look like, how close to that vision have you seen so far through these first 2.5 months?
From a fitness standpoint, we're at the point just with today's training, as difficult as it was, we mapped it out. They say they look good, they look sharp, they want to keep going in training, which is a good thing. They don't look sluggish. So that part of it is really good. And then the tactical part, I think we've mapped it out to a point where we wanted to get comfortable with about 20 days to go in the season, in preseason, that we get closer to where we think we want to be playing-wise, and I think we're there.
Tomorrow, the guys take on new NASL opponent Rayo OKC. Kickoff is at 10 a.m. at Patton Park. Then they're getting a break from games until April 2nd, when they take on Flagler College to close out preseason. And then the NASL season starts for the Armada April 10th in the Big Apple against the defending NASL champions, New York Cosmos. We'll have Friday Night Lights for our home opener at Community First Park on April 15th. Kickoff is at 7 p.m. And if you can't make it to the park, our pregame coverage starts 30 minutes before every game on CW17. There's still time to become a regular part of the Armada fleet. Season tickets start at $10 a game. For more information, call 844-2-ARMADA or go to armadafc.com.
Straight ahead, NASL teams finish their international travel. We'll go around the NASL coming up.
We also head into Bob's boot room with Bob Veal, who's sizing up the starters for the Armada season. Stick around, more Armada Kickoff is straight ahead.
To enter for your chance to participate in the Winn-Dixie Bubble Battle, visit your nearest Winn-Dixie in your Armada gear, take a selfie, and post it to any of the Armada social media using the hashtag WinnDixieBB. 2 winners will be selected every Wednesday during a home match week. Assemble a team of 3, and you're ready for battle.
Several teams concluded their international travel this week. Let's take a closer look as we go around the NASL, presented by Nike.
Fort Lauderdale continued their China tour, first defeating Beijing Guihang 2-0, and then they tackled the Great Wall. Quite a trip for the Strikers. Tampa Bay concluded their tour of England with a 3-2 victory over a squad from Notts County and a 1-1 draw with 11 from Stoke City at St. George's Park. Meanwhile, in Scotland, FC Edmonton topped Partick Thistle 2-0, and today they'll face Newcastle United's U21 side.
All right, take a look at the NASL preseason schedule that's coming up. We mentioned tomorrow the Armada and Rayo OKC at Patton Park, 10 a.m. Free soccer, come on out and check it out. And then Saturday, Ottawa and FC Montreal in a battle of Canadian teams. Charleston Battery is the next up for New York Cosmos, and Indy 11 hosting Louisville City. That's Brian Burke and Matt Fondy's old club taking on the NASL's Indy 11. Now let's head to Bob's Boot Room, presented by Collaboration Solutions and Clear Touch. Here are Bob Veal and Ashlea Bullington.
Thanks, Cole. Bob, the Armada have a much deeper roster this year. Who do you think we're going to see in the starting 11?
Well, let me just give you my interpretation of what I think will happen after the preseason that I've seen. And let's look at Gajardo here, I think is our first choice goalkeeper. Otter, I would like to see on the left because I think he's got the speed to go forward, defends well. Beto has been very sound in defense. Michak and Burke. Burke again goes forward, gives us that flank movement. Ryan, the captain, in midfield, in that number 6 position. Sandoval, a love. He can defend as well as attack. And then Millen, who gets through the work. I love him coming back and defending. Johnson out here, when he gets inside, has a great right foot, as we saw last season. Matt Fondy doing a great job up front, already got a couple of goals against JU. And Cater out here, who should feed off Fondy. Now let's look at another formation. When we go 3 at the back, now this formation I've given you, Gajardo in goal, Ruthven at the back, Beto, Michak. Now this formation gives us more of a defensive, but allows us to go forward quickly. Boehner, Ryan the captain again, and Burke. And then in the middle, Scaglia, who can go forward and defend. Sandoval up front with Fondy and Millen. Why Millen? Because I like him to go back. He defends very well back in our third.
It's going to be really hard for the coaches to pick. Thank you so much, Bob. Cole, back to you.
Thanks, Ashley. Straight ahead, Andy Kidd and David Hayes join us as we size up expectations for the upcoming season. Don't go anywhere. More Armada Kickoff is straight ahead.
A great chance to come out and see the Armada for a great price is with our 4-pack attack. This is any 4 games of your choice and $20 worth of crew cash to spend at your convenience. And for a limited time, we're offering a bonus ticket to the Armada's home opener on April 15th against new NASL opponent Miami FC. $110 value starting at just $68. To get the 4-pack attack, call 844-2-ARMADA or go to armadafc.com. The Armada Social Rewards program is a fantastic way to connect with the team and win Armada prizes. Anything from tickets, exclusive interactions with players and coaches, and even an all-inclusive trip to an away game with the team. All you have to do is log on to armadasocialrewards.com, create an account, link your social media accounts, and start earning tokens. Each week here on Armada Kickoff, we pick a random winner. This week's winner is Ashley Lyon. You've won 2 tickets to the Armada's home opener on April 15th against Miami FC. Now, let's head over to the Analyst Roundtable presented by Subway. Cole.
All right, thank you, Ashley. Back here on the Analyst Roundtable, David Hayes and Andy Kidd. All right, we heard earlier that Richie Ryan's been named as the captain. You guys have both been captains of soccer teams. What did you try to bring to a team as a captain?
Well, while I was vocal when I needed to be, I was really a lead by example captain. I wanted to make sure that I didn't ask anybody to do anything that I wasn't willing to do first. And I felt like the guys were willing to follow that example, if you will. And I think Richie's kind of in that same mold. He's such a hard worker. He's blue collar. He'll get on you when he needs to, but the guys will listen because they know he's the one doing the work too. I've been on teams where there's been captains that, maybe are looking for a nick or a bruise to get out of conditioning or get out of practice. And, guys don't tend to follow that. So I think Richie Ryan's a great choice.
Absolutely. I mean, work ethic, you got to be willing to do the work. Consistency, you got to be consistent across the board. And, you just have to also be caring as well. You have to let them know that on the field, we're going to work and we're going to die for each other and we're going to play. And even if things go bad, you're still even keel, you're still consistent with how you're going to, go in and day out. So for me, and discipline, you got to have some discipline. So for me, you have to let them know that off the field, you're going to be their friend, you're going to listen to them, you're going to be a good teammate, and on the field, we're going to go to battle.
Absolutely. You hold them accountable on the field, and you can always be buddies and go have a beer afterwards, but on the field, your job is to hold them accountable and get wins.
All right, tomorrow, the Armada take on Rayo OKC, 10 o'clock, Patton Park. Last preseason match against a pro team. They'll play Flagler in early April. David, what do you want to see the Armada get out of this last preseason match against a pro team?
Over the next couple games, I want to see a good 60, 65 minutes of who we're going to most likely see in the starting 11 the first game. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, you got to start. David's right on. You got to start building those relationships, the players working together, start forming those bonds. So I know Coach Mueller's used a lot of different lineups. It's now time to start trimming it down and giving these guys a chance to work together before that first game. You don't want the first game to be the first time these guys play together.
If you were Tony Meola, would you be pleased with how things have gone this preseason so far?
Absolutely. I think he's primed them perfectly for that first regular season game. They've gotten basically checked off everything on his list. Defensively, they're being very strong and hard to get through. They're starting to put balls in the back of the net. They're creating a lot of chances, and everybody, for the most part, is relatively healthy.
David, what do you think?
Absolutely, I think so. We've won some good games. We've lost some good games. We've learned from both. So I think overall, he should be happy.
All right, guys, thanks so much. Andy Kidd, David Hayes, we appreciate it. Thanks. Coming up, a closer look at the Armada's next opponent, a newcomer to the NASL. Stick around. More Armada Kickoff is straight ahead.
Tomorrow, the Armada face Rayo OKC in a 10 a.m. kickoff at Patton Park. Rayo is one of 3 expansion clubs that joined the NASL this season. They're owned in part by Spanish La Liga club Rayo Vallecano, and they've signed some players with impressive resumes to the roster in year 1. They also landed an experienced head coach with former Scorpions head man Alan Marcina. After tomorrow's preseason matchup, the Armada will host Rayo OKC again on May 7th at Community First Park, and they'll make their first trip to Oklahoma in the fall on September 11th.
Another great opportunity for fans to get tickets at a great price is with our Kraken Pack. Buying this pack gets you 8 Armada games, including the season opener at Community First Park against Miami FC, and a match against the new NASL opponent Rayo OKC. There are 2 bundles of games to choose from, both just at $88.
Once again tomorrow, 10 a.m. It will not be St. Patrick's Day anymore, but you will get free soccer, the Armada and Rayo OKC coming out. And I also want to remind you that Saturday, June 11th, that match against Tampa Bay, now scheduled for a 4 p.m. kickoff. That'll allow soccer fans to come to the Armada match and then watch the U.S. play in Copa America. More details to come. You can get the latest online at ArmadaFC.com. On radio, the Armada Soccer Show, Wednesday nights at 6 on Sports Radio 930. And every Thursday night at 10 right here on CW 17, we have some kind of shenanigans with Armada Kickoff. I'm Cole Pepper. I don't know who this is.
I'm Ashlea Bullington. Hope everyone has a fun and safe St. Patrick's Day. I was ready for Cole to start laughing and dying, but it didn't work. Tonight, we leave you with our Armada selfie montage. To get your picture in the show, hashtag any of your Armada-themed photos with Armada Selfie on social media. Cheers, mates. We'll see you next time on Armada Kickoff.